Long ago, on the continent of Eirador, when elven civilization was young, there lived a young philosopher named Nylus. Nylus was a kind-hearted and well-read elf interested solely in the pursuit of bettering elven society through discovering what Nylus called the perfect philosophy. He believed that if everyone lived under the rules of the perfect philosophy, elven society could be perfected. However, there was a problem. When you build a philosophy, the foundations must be made of a truth that is always true, without exception. But Nihilus couldn't think of such a truth. He spent decades pondering what it could be. He read book after book and had countless conversations with other philosophers. Many claimed that free will is what stood in the way of the perfect society. But Nihilus didn't believe in free will. He believed that everyone had a destiny. He believed it was his destiny to obtain the knowledge to create the perfect philosophy and save the crumbling elven civilization. One day, he met a man who claimed to know the answer to his riddle. His name was Eleswaine, a wise and powerful wizard who had spent hundreds of years in the same pursuit. When Nylus asked Eleswaine what the perfect philosophy was, Eleswaine replied, "You're looking in the wrong places for your truth. You must accept the fact that all is chaos. Order can only be obtained through power. It is the only thing that can end chaos." At first, Nylus could not accept this. He spent years trying to fight this philosophy, but no answer could be found. He began to write about it, first in hopes that someone would find a flaw, but no one did. Many elves came to believe in Nylus's writings, and slowly he began to believe them as well. As more and more elves came to believe it, power struggles became more frequent in elven society until an all-out civil war erupted. Only then did Nylus realize that while power could create order, it could also create more chaos. He returned to Eleswaine with this knowledge and demanded answers. Eleswaine replied, "I guess I was wrong. And if I am wrong, then no other elf knows the answer. If you really must know the perfect philosophy, you're going to have to talk with a god. Lucky for you, I know a ritual that would allow you to do this. You could speak with him, gain his knowledge, and end this civil war." Nylus was suspicious of the offer, but feeling partly responsible for the civil war, he agreed. That was when he met Shole, the demon god of darkness. Shole offered him this deal. "I will give you your truth to build your philosophy on, as well as grant you the power to end the civil war. And I will grant your soul eternal life on Eirador, so you may have the time to seek it. In return, I only ask for half of your free will." Nylus, sure of his fate and of the non-existence of free will, agreed. "Very good," said Shole with his devilish smile, rolling up his contract. "Then I grant you the knowledge of the truth that is always true, the key to unlocking and understanding of all things. It is math." Nylus stood shocked, disappointed, and astonished at the simplicity of the answer. "All things can be explained through math," Shole continued, "though neither elf nor man can fathom the complexities of its equations. Now go back to your plane of existence and become my will. I condemn your immortal soul to wander and do my bidding forever." Before Nylus could say a word, he was back in Eirador, not as himself, but as a spirit, corrupted by Shole. Though Nylus retained half of his free will, the will of Shole came first, and so it was that the philosopher became a slave to the will of the Dark Lord, only able to exist in physical form by possessing others' bodies. Nylus became both the puppet and the puppet master. Nylus did end the civil war by possessing the body of a general. Shole took over and killed all his mortal enemies. Eleswaine rose to be second only to the king, and elven society stabilized in a new and dark age.